Hello everybody, welcome back to the Bison Workshop. I'm Bob, and today I wanted to do an update or upgrade on my trailer to correct something that should have been done a long time ago. Now when I did this job, I used this stuff right here, which is signpost, and mounted it to the frame, and then on the other end I just put a bolt to it going into the frame. Well, I was building this for a four-wheeler trailer, and for my four-wheeler it works fine, but when I go to put my side-by-side on there, I had to actually take the fenders off to get the side-by-side on it. So I want to widen the fenders a little bit. So basically that's what it's going to look like right there. See how that one's close and this one is far away. So what I've done, I didn't have anything to use for a block, so I took some of the scraps. I've been working on that bridge right there and putting new stuff on it, and these are cut-offs from it, and they're plastic, and they're 1 inch wide. So I put 3 of them together, drilled a hole in it. I also screwed them together so that I can take the bolts out, and I put 8-inch screws or all thread on it that will hold it on there. Now I might want to change this and put 5/16 in it eventually, but 1/4-20 was holding them just fine before, so we're going to go with 1/4-20. It's not like these fenders get a whole lot of bad treatment. It's just to keep the mud from slinging all over the place. People shouldn't be standing on these, so they should be fine. But anyway, so we'll get you set up here so we can see what we're doing. Alright, so like I said, I've got this one set there, and we'll set it up here out of the way for now. And then I made these spacers for the end, and I dropped it in the dirt right after I painted it too. Alright, so what we're going to do is put the block in first. Alright, so now we've got this up temporary. I'm just holding it on just so I can get the measurements. I want to make sure that I have enough of this sticking out, because all this is going to be inside this part right here. So it doesn't matter what's in there. So I just need to make sure that there's enough threads on here to come out the other side of it. So we're going to try that and see if it does. And then put that on. And we've got plenty. So now what I'll probably do is make a bracket that will mount to one of these two, probably this one, and come up, and then we're going to have it mount right here somewhere so that that will help strengthen it a little more. Now it's probably not necessary because that's okay. Do I see a hole in my tar? That one keeps losing air. It's up now, but it's getting low. But anyway, I'll go ahead and do the other side and we'll come back and see how many inches we got. So right now, my goal is 5 foot. So let's see what we have right now. "57 inches, 57, 58, 59, 60. So we're going to have 5 foot exactly. And I allowed an inch on each side of the side by side. So when you go put it up on here, you got to make sure you're definitely centered between this. So I'll go ahead and do the other side and we'll come back and see if we're correct. Enjoy the music. Alright guys, so now we've got our bushings in. It's tight. But there's always things that we can do to improve this. I mean, it's possible that the one in the center ought to be perfect. So we would just run one from here up to here. So, but I think that's solid enough. I'm not going to worry about it until that problem presents itself. But I had this thing painted black, and like my truck, the black paint's coming off of it. That's what you get when you don't paint it right. I'll be the first to admit I didn't paint this trailer or my truck correctly. But anyway, so that's the extensions for the fenders to bring them out further. And we've got exactly 5 feet from between the center of it. And now I'm confident that if I need to haul my side by side somewhere, I've got a trailer that I can use this for. And that actually helps me out too, by doing it that way. Now I can take these and mount them to the side of the frame, which is what I'd rather have anyway, because all I did was use screws that you use for metal roofing, and they're about 2 inches long. They're coarse threads, but I don't like the idea of it pulling up on the threads, so I would rather those be mounted to the side. So that'll give me a place to put these instead of on the flat surface. So one day I'll address those. I got all them hooks that I'd like to move to the side. And the only reason I didn't move them to the side the first time was the fact that these would have been on the side. These I would have had to have put them there where they was at. So I just decided to put them all right there, and I was kind of in a hurry that day anyway to try to get it done. because I think I needed to haul something. So that was only a temporary thing to begin with. But just while I'm here, did some upgrades to this trailer. And put a electric one on there, which the battery's always dead. So it's got a work light on it. Well, I can't get it on one-handed. Those of y'all making me put that on one-handed. I'm not real impressed with that jack. I'm waiting for this bag to fail, because it don't feel like it's zip tying shut. But all in all, it's not a bad little trailer. They actually hauled a dozer on this thing when I bought this. He had a dozer sitting on this thing, literally, and they had probably 8 inches worth of steel brackets on this thing to raise that bed up above the tires, and had a platform come out over top of the tires. And he had a dozer on this thing. And I thought, man, it's just a freaking little 14-inch or 14-foot camper. It ain't designed to haul no freaking dozer. I mean, I wouldn't want to be the one responsible for that load breaking loose, because that's going to get somebody killed. But I saved the trailer and got some metal out of it at the same time. So anyway, that's my extension to widen the fenders on my trailer. Don't ask me what I'm going to call this video. I'll have to think about that. But it's getting too hot out here, and I just wanted to get that done real quick. Anyway, y'all have a good one. Later.